I'm originally from Cali and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but now I'm out in Virginia.
Nice. Okay, Virginia. All right. Haven't been there myself in some decades, I think, but I've only been there driving by on my way to Florida, so I haven't been able to appreciate or take in Virginia. Do you recommend Virginia at all to live, to visit, whatsoever?
Nah, this is a Commonwealth state, bro. Stay away.
At all costs.
Anything that say Commonwealth, stay the fuck away. It's Commonwealth. Stay the fuck away from here.
Got it. Duly noted. Appreciate that. And I appreciate the honesty, of course. Even if you live there, there's no shame in putting it down if you have to. Same with New York, it's going to shit. So, you know. And listen, you've got so much going on, so much that you do career-wise. I mean, I'm running out of fingers trying to, like, on one hand at least, trying to number them all. What is it? You're an artist / rapper. You're an actor. You're a model. All three itself already impressive enough. You're practically like Tyrese, if anything, right? Without the baby mama drama or the I'm sorry or I'm happy for you, whatever. But on top of all that, the one thing you got, well, not to say one like it's little and or big pause, but the one thing you clearly have over Tyrese, if we were to compare, is that you're also heavily involved in the porn industry. You are your self-made boss, and you got no shame in that whatsoever. We're not here to shame you whatsoever. If anything, any red-blooded, fully proud of themselves man, male, myself included, will be jealous. Because I think we've all thought about, how can I get in the porn? How can I get involved in that business that everybody wants to be a part of, whether they want to admit to that or not? So I got to ask you first thing first. Again, rapper, actor, model, and porn star. But if you had to, let's say, introduce yourself to a perfectly new stranger, what do you introduce yourself as first when it comes time to ask, what do you do for a living?
I'm a full-blown entertainer. That's how I would put it. That's how it stays, because everything we do is entertainment. Either it be fantasy, music, modeling, it's all entertainment. And it's not like, you know, I mean, all of these different industries may be different, but they're pretty much the same when you look at what the context of what it is.
Right. Interesting take on that, because, again, I would say, and you correct me if I'm wrong at all, because you're so involved in everything, but I'd say all industries involved, music in general, modeling, acting, and porn as well, they're all kind of overflooded. There's too much talent to choose from in all aspects. Would you agree, or how do you feel about that?
So, yeah, I will say it's really open, right? But the quantity will never match quality.
Is there, in the porn industry, the porn game, anything that you would relate or compare to, I'm a rapper, in comparison, someone less than me, not as talented, didn't put in as much work as I did?
OnlyFans. And you know what? And to be totally open about OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans was never supposed to be a porn platform. It never was supposed to be a porn platform. The pandemic made it a porn platform. That's just what it is, because everybody was stuck at home. Most of us entertainers didn't have an opportunity to get out and create. So knowing that OnlyFans was about, you know, the entertainers getting to the people, once Beyonce said it in a song, it was up from there.
That's some good points to bring up, because I forgot about the pandemic was when it really came like into its own like universe pretty much. Yeah. And then Beyonce with the Demon timeline, like who didn't want to get in on that to be like, well, pretty much a Beyonce co-sign, why wouldn't you be a part of it? Why wouldn't you want to be in on it? I guess the first better question would be, how long have you been in porn?
Almost 13 years.
Okay, so you definitely been there before, obviously before OnlyFans became the thing and took over pretty much like it has.
Yeah.
So how is it that the pandemic opened the door, the floodgates per se, for OnlyFans to really turn to what it became versus what it was intended to be? Do you think that was just like the immediate go-to for people in the industry to do that via OnlyFans, or what was it?
So I think OnlyFans took off not only because of Beyonce, but when OnlyFans was supposed to be all inclusive for entertainers such as myself that model and do music for people to see into our lives and the behind the scenes, the porn star said, well, fuck it, I'm stuck at home. Ain't no way to make money. To get behind the life of a fucking porn star is perfect. Let me jump on this shit because the terms of service was wide open at that time. There was no bad terms of service. There was no, TSOs saying that we couldn't do anything. You could do fucking anything on there. So with it being so much of a wide open world, you have an opportunity because you stuck in the house to create all fucking day, be on it all fucking day. Everybody stuck at home. They getting pandemic checks. Why not get that goddamn money? You know what I'm saying? Why not get the money?
Interesting. Right. So I promise you I'm going to ask you eventually about your music and the modeling and the acting too, but please understand and hopefully, please be mindful of me being genuinely curious about you being a porn star on top of everything else too. It's a fascinating industry. One I would never be a part of myself, not to judge, but more like I got body issues as far as like me. I don't even want to look at my own penis, to be honest. So let alone like the beautiful thing about like porn being so open now as far as like, you can search pretty much anything, as dangerous as that can be too. I can look up what I'm into, which is to be openly blunt about it. I'm into lesbianism. That's it. I just want to see two girls go at it. I'd rather not see dick if I don't have to. No offense to none of the hard-working men in the industry, pun intended. But, if I don't got to see it, I'm better off that way.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this. We've put so much work into showing that male talent is just as important as female talent that I personally don't take offense to it at all, because I know that the female is the main product. But the reason why I look at it in an abstract view, and because working so hard with my co-owner, Unique Leo, we look at it like this. She may be the star, but she ain't shit without a dick in that goddamn video.
True that. Amen. So as far, I remember, I want to say it was earlier this year, maybe late last year. Shouts to him, Godfather Part 4. I think he might have been the one who linked us together, if anything. I remember him saying that porn seems to be one of those rare industries where the roles reverse, as far as like men don't get the equal opportunities in comparison to women, or they're at the forefront, but like you said, the man is needed as well too. Do you think it's still mostly a women run industry, or are men making waves or doing anything to really take, not over, but like make their presence felt again? And if not, how would they do so?
So personally, my opinion is the reason why it's harder for a male talent is because there's so many shitty ones out there. And I'm not even gonna hold my tongue on it. It's a lot of fuck boys in our industry. It's a lot of fuck boys. It's hard to find a professional when there's so many clown ass motherfuckers in the industry. And then you got to look at reference points. You got to look at professionalism. You got to look at structure. You got to look at business and standards. There's a lot of motherfuckers that's only in this bitch for some pussy, and they not in here for no work. They just want to fuck on this chick. But that's the problem with the industry, because there's so many fuck boys and not enough professionals. So for men to actually have a lot of equity in the business, they have to step away from treating it like it's just pussy and treat it like it's a business and hold some standards and respect for themselves. That's how we're going to bring ourselves back to the forefront, is if we treat this like this is a business and it's a punch the clock, get your shit and get out there, motherfucker. Once you're done shooting, leave. Until they figure that out and stop trying to smoke and get some pussy after the scene, we're going to still be at the lower part of the totem pole, because everybody want to try to fuck after the scene. Remember, she got paid to be here, bro, just like you may have. Do your fucking job and go home. That's how we're going to get ourselves back in the regular professional standing. If we do our shit and go home, it'll change the game, because now you don't have any questions about if he's a fuckboy or not.
Right. Okay. So as far as the fuckboys in the industry, how do you weed those guys out as far as not having to work with them or you getting parts over them, per se?
The ladies got to speak the fuck up. You got to look at it like this. We take care of our business and we stand on business, right? For all the real professionals. You know what I'm saying? We take care of business. We stand on business. We can show you 3 months clean. No questions asked. We can pull them. My whole thing about standards is pull it. I mean, you're a gentleman yourself. You telling me that a regular chick, random chick, she can just come and be like, yeah, we gonna fuck raw tonight. You gonna be like, hold up, nah. Let me see what you got. Pull that test. The way we're gonna change things is if pull it. I wanna see you pull it. I wanna know that you're 3 months clean. That's how we're gonna do business. If you can't show me that, then what the fuck are we doing business? We're wasting time here. That's how we fix this. Pull it.
So in that case, is there like, let's say, an exception made for the fuckboys, quote unquote, where if they're not necessarily clean, but they got a little bit of fame and notoriety to their name, they get the pass and they'll work with them anyway, versus somebody who's been clean and like keeps the status quo going?
Hell no. The pretty boys, listen, man. Because I'm open as fuck about this, right? Our industry just took a fucking big hit, and you know what I'm talking about. I will not name anybody. But our industry just took a fucking big, stupid-ass hit because of clout. This ain't because of a motherfucker being a talent and being a good talent. It's about some goddamn clout. Because a bitch want to be seen with a motherfucker that been on TV. That's all that shit about. Bitch want to be seen with a motherfucker that been on TV. He got a little name to himself. You know, he might got some wood on him, but they want to be all in his motherfucking face because he been on TV, and that's going to help their little sales because of whatever. But the problem with me is, and you might say I'm wrong for this, the Zeus Network and Now TV ain't motherfucking TV. That's fucking human trash. I'm gonna say what nobody wants to hear what I'm gonna say because I'm gonna say the truth. You and I both, grown ass men, we don't give a fuck about the Zeus Network. We don't give a fuck about Now TV. We don't give a fuck about motherfuckers having fights and shit on TV just to get ratings. We don't give a fuck about that shit. The women do. So that's the problem, right? The women do. So all of the females that seen that one person on that goddamn show, they felt like he had enough clout because they seen him with a certain female rapper that raps like fucking trash. And they were like, oh, he down. But at the end of the motherfucking day, they're all down now. Coincidence, huh? Is it a fucking coincidence? Chasing that clout will fuck your ass up, boy. Clout is a hell of a drug, ain't it?
Right, kind of like chasing that momentary high of like maybe an influx.
Goddamn that! Hey, listen, they was chasing that goddamn pony. They were running behind that goddamn pony just to get a ride on that motherfucker, not knowing that after you got off that motherfucker, it was gonna kick your ass.
So if you had to compare, let's say, for example, somebody that's got some name or clout from TV, I guess you could say, by default, versus somebody who, a guy I'm referring to, like an OnlyFans guy that does his thing, who's getting booked quicker, if anything.
The guy on TV. It's notoriety.
Okay.
I mean, listen, the guys that are on OnlyFans that's really clocking dollars, really making some real money, listen to me, making some real money. I ain't talking about that boo-boo cash. I'm talking about some real money. They not on me and your side of the game, cuz. They not on me and your side of the game. They play on the outfield. They don't play over here. Because those people on the outfield are the ones that's gonna spend money to see that dude put his legs in the air and stick something in his butt. That's what they want to see. I'm just saying. Listen, bro. I'm unfiltered, so I speak truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When that comes into play now too, so I mean, we can talk all day about the women in porn and everything too, but I think it's kind of like they're there, not to put them down, but more importantly the guys, because I remember talking to Godfather Part 4. Sometimes guys have to, let's say, quote unquote, go gay to like get opportunities or like link and network and build or
So you think
build a
that
career. Is that something that still goes on nowadays, or
it ain't changed? It never changed.
never changed?
And then I seen them with I'm trying to be professional and not say that, because they'll try to ban this shit if I say that. I've seen them with a guy that had and still had. I've seen them, and I'm like, yo, what you doing, bro? Not my business, bro. If you, and their quick response is, boy, I got paid, boy. Boy, you a whole grown ass man, and you taking that? Oh, you know what? Not my problem, not my business, not my company. And the thing is, Unique Leo, my co-owner of Cornbread Incorporated, she has done everything within her power to make sure that I channel my mouth for PR reasons. I'm telling you, bro, pushes me to be better, 10 times better, 10,000 times better. She pushes me to be better because I'm professional. And you don't want to offend anyone because there's a bigger bag somewhere. And if you say the wrong shit, that bag might be in jeopardy because a company that you could have had an opportunity with may be scared to work with you because they know you're a firecracker.
True. So as far as being outspoken and open as yourself, correct me if I'm wrong, but you own your own company.
Yeah, I own Cornbread Incorporated.
Okay. So then, you being your own owner and or boss, I guess I would entitle you to speak freely about the industry in itself. Do you find any backlash you've encountered because of it, despite you owning your own business pretty much? Or
yeah, I mean, so not me just having my own company and, Unique being the co-owner of the company because she's the lady behind the man. I get backlash because I'm an independent contractor as well. You can get me on your set. You feel me? You can get Alphonso on your set via Cornbread Incorporated. You can get me on the set, no problem. So you have to be apprehensive and know that I'm going to say some shit if I think some shit fucked up. So a lot of people, they're steadfast because they like, look, he already owned his own shit. So we going to have to be 10 times more careful because he can walk the fuck out at any time.
Gotcha. So owning your own business and having a partner as well to help you out with that, does that make it easier for people who want to work with you? You don't have to like pursue so many opportunities yourself. They come to you. How does that work?
It's paranoia, bro. When you are independent and you that motherfucker, like you put it down and you've built it, oh, hell yeah, you got name, you got credibility, but the problem is your name and your credibility can frighten an agent quick. It'll frighten an agent because they know what this guy has already done. He's accomplished so much without having an owner that it's scary. And when I say owner, I mean you're under an umbrella. So say I signed to some model agency, all right? Now I'm under an owner because he's going to be the booking agent, right?
Right.
But in actuality, it's a short form of pimping because they got to get paid to be talked to for me to go get money to pay them 20 to 30%. That sounds like a pimp to me, don't it?
Yeah.
So now that's the owner. That's your owner. So without having an owner and me being a boss, you don't want to bring me on a set that's trash because my mouth is wired to go.
You being able to walk onto a set, is that considered a collaboration or more of a favor you do for somebody as an independent contractor when you work outside of your own company?
So when I work outside of my own company, Cornbread does the booking. That's Unique Leo. And then I show up and we rock this shit. You get the footage, I get the footage, we walk off. Now that is an exchange of material, which everybody should know. Content is king. I don't give a fuck about no cash if I can get the content, because I'm gonna make that money anyway. But there are so many different variations of this, because you could book me, keep the scene, and promote like a motherfucker, and you're just helping me and my brand, because your marketing team, whatever they're doing, is helping me as well. And people are going to see me on your set and go, oh, that dude is cold, because we know he cold. And then now they're interested and they want to come to my set. So it's kind of a shared thing. But if you pay me out to keep the scene, I'm still gaining some type of exposure, because your fans are going to want to know who I am.
As far as you being your own boss, would you consider yourself to be picky and or choosy as far as who you work with, or how do you like filter that for yourself? How do you determine who's the best in your interest financially, I guess, to work with?
Well, when I first started, I ain't had no choice, but that was before I made my own company. My rookie year was hard, bro. You know, I'm telling you, hey, God damn it. There's a lot of grown men that could go through a rookie year that I went through, goddammit. I mean, hey, I deserve rookie of the year for that year that I went through, because I had to do some shit that I was not comfortable with. You hear me?
Does that involve like anything you mentioned before, as far as like men having to take on other men just to like get ahead, or like be proposed and that kind of stuff?
Hell yeah, I'm opposed to it. Nah, fuck that. Me and the nigga will never be cool like that. Never. But when I say my rookie year was hard, I had to work with certain females that weren't aesthetically my style, was not aesthetically my flavor.
I was gonna ask that too, if you ever had to deal with that or put up with that. Like,
yeah. I had to deal with certain women that were not aesthetically my flavor.
Right.
But to be a professional, you have to be able to work under pressure, and you have to be able to show and prove. If this is what you really want, sometimes you got to do some shit you don't want to do to get to where you're trying to go. That's just part of the game. So yeah, there was some situations where a certain talent was not aesthetic, my taste, my speed, my style, but I was able to, focus on the business that's in front of me, because this is business, and these are opportunities to be contracted again.
Now, as far as women, certain women not being aesthetically pleasing, like you said, when you started out, was that part of the reason, most of the reason why you went ahead and started your own thing instead, so you wouldn't have to like subject yourself to work with somebody you didn't?
Yeah, that was a big reason. Not only that, but I wanted growth. I wanted recognition, and I wanted people to take me 1,000 times more serious than just running around as an independent by myself with no structure.
Since you said your rookie year was so hard for you, no pun intended, of course, how would you define then you getting better or leveling up besides having your own business as a porn star?
Once we really kicked this thing in, and the craziest thing is, once we really kicked it in, because I had started around 18, 19, started building my company, and once me and Unique Leo sat down and we came up with a mission statement, how you're going to organize your goals, what are your plans within the next 5 years, what are the goals that you want to attain, who are the talents that you want to have an opportunity to share the screen with, what are the goals of you sharing the screen with these things. We sat down, we developed a plan, we put the structure to it, and then we started to manipulate the plan, and we started to follow the structure of the plan, and then the business started to move. That's how we did that.
Okay. And on a performance level, do you feel, let's say, you've been in it now 13 years or so, do you feel performance-wise you're a lot better than you were in your rookie year, or have you learned any tricks to like kind of, oh yeah, I can maybe do it from this angle, I can do this instead, I can lead up with that?
So I think my first 3 years, I had no guidance. Just run it. You know what I'm saying? I really had no guidance my first couple of years. But once I had the opportunity to meet Go Fuck Me, and she broke down Hollywood to me, and she broke down the sections of Hollywood and how Hollywood's supposed to look and how a professional scene would look, and she actually broke down the structure and gave me an opportunity to learn the structure. that's when I think the ball really kicked in. And I've learned techniques, I've learned styles. You know, I learned that certain women like it this way, certain women like it that way. This will get a woman to do this / this. So I think over time, I've learned certain things and took certain things out of each notebook from each year present or before. And I've started writing that journal so that anytime I need a reference, I can always go back to something I've already seen or done, and it'll help me continue on my path.
Do you study your own material, your past work, to kind of be like, oh, I could have done this different. I could change this up, if anything. Okay.
As a performer, you have to, because you see, it's just like film. And it's just like film. If you're in the NFL and you got to watch film and you see your mistakes, or if you're in the NBA and you see where you should have, you know, when you should have came off the block and that would have been a cut down to the basket, it's the same kind of concept. The only difference is this is adult entertainment. So you have to look at, oh, okay, she liked it this way because she made a lot more noise here and she was more into the camera and giving the camera more here. Or, okay, I could have turned her this way because this angle would have been better. So there's things, you know, you gotta study film, and then you have to also learn that not every position is desirable for a fan. Some fans are going to love anything you put out there, but some fans are going to like certain positions because that's where they get their 3 minutes and 5 seconds to get their quick nuts so they can take their pants back up and go get their ass in bed.
And over time now, have you developed a preference for a position, a style at all? Anything that's more up your alley than anything else?
I would say more ambidextrous than anything. I can go any, you know, I can transition to any style of what the lady's doing on set. So if me and her are rolling and she's stiff, I know how to work stiff. If we're rolling and she just going at it, I can go at it. If she say just go numb, I can go numb. If the cameraman saying, look, bro, we got 2 minutes, you need to go ahead and get, you know, you need to pop, I can get it. But that's...
You can time that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're a professional. You've been at it for long enough, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Does that come with time and experience, or how does that get?
Yes, mastered? It comes with time and experience and learning your body, because your body gonna tell you if you good or if you bad. It's gonna tell you. A lot of people think it's all in. Oh man, I can just go off of the Hennessy. Fuck that Hennessy. Learn your body. Learn the muscle that you're using, because it's actually a muscle. It's just soft tissue that goes hard because of adrenaline. Learn the adrenaline. Learn your breathing. Make sure your breathing pattern's intact. Go ahead and focus on what you need to do so you can get it going and get out.
So is that why you don't really see a lot of fat male porn stars like that, or really overweight guys? They can't last, per se? Or would you say you'd have to be in shape decent enough to be successful?
You know what's crazy? The women prefer the guys, the big handsome men. That's what I call them, big handsome men. I will never downplay these gentlemen, because we can't downplay the women, because that's insensitive. So the big handsome men, a lot of women prefer them.
The body positive guys.
Yeah, they prefer body positive gentlemen over a person like me, because I'm gonna probably be stroking for your cervix and your lungs, baby. I'm going for the gusto. I don't have a lot of extra body cushioning to prevent you from taking all of what you coming to get.
No buffer zone. Gotcha. So, yeah, because now that I think about it, not that I'm looking for guys in porn when I watch or when I've indulged, but yeah, I don't really think I've ever seen bigger guys like that or really body positive. Is that like a niche now, or something you got to
I believe so. I believe so. Don't give me the lying, because I ain't gonna lie, but I believe that it is more of a niche / fetish type thing. I think that that's something that's preferred a certain way, just like feet. Feet are a fetish.
Oh yeah.
So you know what I mean.
That.
You know, certain gentlemen for certain women may be a fetish.
Yeah. You know, that's been on the uprise too, and not to kink shame, not to put anyone down for what their, I guess, you know, preferences are, but how do you get off on feet at all? How do you explain the vajankles, the prop feet that people order? Oh, I don't want the real doll. I just want the real doll feet to like do stuff with on my own private time.
And to be honest with you, bro, I have a good friend that's a foot model, and I mean, some of the stories I hear, bro, I just be thinking in my head like, go get your money, babe. I can't even say nothing negative because my preference is jacked up. Because if I tried to explain my preference, you would laugh.
Yeah.
I like natural. I like the BBL. You know what I'm saying? I like slim thick. I like curvy. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, she got to be pretty in the face if she's a little bit on the more thicker side, way thicker side. She has to be really pretty in the face.
That would help.
And she has to have some type of vibe with her. She can't just be rowdy. She can't be rowdy. She has to have a vibe.
So then in that case, would you make an exception? Not the body shape, not like that, but would you make an exception for someone with a really pretty face, but like she's otherwise a BBW?
Oh, I have.
You have, okay.
Yeah, I have.
And does that help you perform to your most adequate? If at least like, oh my God, at least her face is gorgeous, but the rest of her maybe ain't my style of preference, or how do you work in that case?
If she got a pretty face, I'm trying to paint it, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
That does help. Yeah, the pretty face does help, but maybe I don't know. Since you're in the industry, aesthetics are a big part of it too, depending on what you're into. How do these BBW women get their face so slim where they can like take a picture from the neck up and they fool you, but then you look at the neck down, it's like, where'd that come from?
Contouring and filters, bro. Contouring and filters. I can't even lie about that. Contouring and filters.
Goddamn filters.
Witchcraft, bro. It is the most amazing witchcraft on earth.
Oh, it is. It is. These goddamn phones. As far as OnlyFans, I know that's something you touched on that you're not so in favor of, and it took off, became its own thing, you know, versus the industry itself. Honest question, too. I'm not trying to, let's say, look through your wallet or count your funds, but how do you make money nowadays in porn in 2024? Because honestly, for me, I haven't paid for any sort of porn in any format for like decades now. So I know I can look it up. It's there. It's available. What I'm looking for exactly. But how do you make funds? How do you make ends in this case?
Views, brother. Views. A lot of people are on X videos because of views. They got videos that's 8 million, 9 million. They're making money off that shit now because we found a way to transition things when we do like X videos. For a while, it used to be Pornhub until they started doing weird dick shit. I'm not trashing them. Listen to me. I'm not talking bad about them. But they had started doing weird shit because of that gentleman who had that adolescent stuff on their site. We lost a lot of money. Listen, we lost a lot of money when that clown did what he did. We lost a lot of money, but we were able to recoup it because we were able to get on X videos and we were able to figure out how to make that thing work. And now that we've made it work, it actually works out. Because if one playing field transitions, we just move to the next and we continue to populate it to make it go with the material.
Is there, let's say, a celebrity, since a lot of celebrities now are kind of like divulge into your industry and or OnlyFans, is there a celebrity out there you'd want to make a tape with or you'd want to do something with?
No, because they've all been ran through. You got to think about all of these superstar females. All of these superstar females. They've been with basketball players, football players. I mean, like, what's special about her? Oh, I'm an influencer. I got that. So what? You just like the average chick down. You and I both remember growing up in high school, and it was that pretty ass light-skinned girl. Pretty as a motherfucker. She was bad as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody wanted her because she had the pretty ass eyes. What's the difference between her and all these girls that's doing the same shit on Instagram? What's the difference? There's no difference. They're all the same woman. It's just whatever you choose to look at is what you value.
True that. I know you explained X videos does help you get paid, but of course it depends on the number of views.
Yes.
Is there anybody else on the level of X videos or anyone else at all involved that gets you paid as far as if you can get the views for it?
I mean, Pornhub just started their collaborator thing where you can actually tag other creators that you've worked with. So now it's a little bit more enticing because not everybody has the patience nor the time to keep trying to upload 2257s and fucking IDs all the goddamn time. And shit's annoying as fuck. I mean, you got to think about it. I've been in the industry 13 years. There's some women that I've worked with that through my moves and me moving from this place to this place, I probably lost that shit and only got the goddamn video. And I still want to make money off of it because it's content. And they're saying, hey, you need to verify. Bro, that shit was like 12 years ago. You want me to go find a woman that either decided to stop being a performer and transform into her final form of a religious woman? She ain't fucking with me.
Oh, damn, so that happens, huh? So it's a matter of you even got to go back in time and identify it, and if they don't want to, you're asked out pretty much?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that shit is really real, bro. You know how, listen, let me make it easy. Some hoes don't want people to know that they was hoes. When they change their life, they don't want you to know that they was a hoe. They don't want it on the internet, but you know once it's on the internet, it's there forever.
Yep.
But she's trying to hide the fact that she was out here swinging and banging on some ass. That's fine. I'm just saying it's fine, but I already got the material, baby. I'm still gonna make my money come hella high water.
Because you, let's say, run into trouble if you did that, like someone says, or they show no signs of life, you put it up anyway, can that come back and bite you in the ass at all, or no? Potentially, I mean.
I got my own goddamn website. You can't do shit but get behind the paywall, and you got to pay to get to that motherfucker. What we talking? I got the rights to do what the fuck I want to do because I either paid you or we agreed to share. And once you give me the leeway, it's a wrap. You've omitted yourself from talking shit once you give me the paperwork.
Nice. Smart. Protecting your own assets. Now, as far as anybody of notoriety within your industry, I'm sure you've collabed with plenty of names. I have no idea who to be talking about. It's funny. I've always been kind of, if there's such a thing, loyal with my porn as far as like, you know how guys know Pinky or the ones from back in the day and such.
Yeah, Pinky's my mentor. She's my mentor. So, yeah, I know Pinky.
That's the Pinky. Yeah, that's the Pinky. But guys would take pride in naming off this one, that one, and that one over there too. And I only stuck to like maybe one or two my whole time. But is there anybody in the industry that you haven't worked with yet that's, let's say, goals or dream to do so, not just there yet, or like hopefully in the down the pipeline?
I have a few that I'm looking towards. I mean, I'm not finna give them the name notoriety though. Hell no, fuck that.
Not yet.
I don't take pictures with motherfuckers I don't work with. Fuck, I look like smiling in the picture with you. My fans gonna ask your ass where the fuck have seen that. They gonna say, hey, where the seen that? You shaking pictures with Alfonso. I know that motherfucker. He gonna want to shoot with your ass. So I'm not gonna be smiling in goddamn pictures and throwing do signs and all that shit and we ain't shot a scene yet. Nah, fuck that. That's a waste of my time and your time. Fuck all of you. Nah. As a businessman, to network with you is great. But to be seen in a bunch of pictures with you and we ain't did no motherfucking business, that's asinine. Nike is not going to promote you just because you got on Nike. They've never had a conversation with you. They talk to you. You ain't talk to them. You can wear Nike all day until you sit in that office and you get that contract. They going to say thanks for the free fucking promotion.
True. So, as far as who you've worked with, who's your biggest milestone to date as far as name is concerned?
Oh, you trying to get me found out here? A legend, and she's more than a legend to me. She is very amazing as a woman, because just last year she won an Avian Award for a non-sex scene, which is dope because that shows her versatility is wide open. And that would be Misty Stone. That would be Misty Stone.
Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with the name, but I would guess you'd recommend looking her up.
Yeah, Misty Stone is a legend, bro. She's a legend. And she has multiple nominations and multiple awards under her belt. And she's done it the right way. No cheating. She's done it the right way.
Interesting. And as far as you breaking into the industry when you did, 13 some odd years ago, was there anybody at all in porn that made you say, that's it, I want to be a porn star, I want to do this, I want to fuck on film and get known from it? Who did it for you, if anything?
My mentor.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit, Pinky, Sky Black, goddamn India, Cinnamon, Jada Fire. I mean, like, bro, they.
Oh, I remember Jada Fire.
So my whole thing was, if I'm gonna be swinging and banging in this industry, they got to be built like monsters and pretty as shit. They gotta be bad. They gotta be bad, cause we don't get into this to be just out here doing anything. You feel me? I'm channeling my mouth, but you know why I'm channeling the way I'm channeling.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Definitely loud and clear. Now, I did promise eventually we're going to talk about you being everything else besides a porn star, practically a rapper, a model, an actor, and such too. What was your first love, if anything, out of everything you do right now?
Music.
Music, okay.
I love her. Listen. I love everything about her, man. I fell in love with her when I was about 3 years old. My uncle taught me good music like Kool Moe Dee, LL Cool J, all that shit. He taught me that shit when I was like 5, 6, 7. And then he taught me NWA. And then he started teaching me other performers. And he started, just guiding me into the direction to learn the structure of music. And then from there, he taught me how to write. And once he taught me how to write, and I had already had that open mind because I was already ambitious, it was a wrap. I was in love with her from day one.
Okay, so as far as music's concerned, are you just a rapper? Do you know how to play anything at all? Instruments?
I mean, I used to be in band. I used to play the trumpet. I used to play bass. And I even played the cello. You know what I'm saying? I did a couple of things, but it was always putting them words on that paper and making them sound magic. That was always it for me.
Okay. So you got a very early start in music as a rapper, from what it sounds like. So then what came right after, the acting or the modeling?
Both, actually. Both, which is crazy. So during the time I was growing up, they had this thing called Hang Tough.
Okay.
And, it was like Dare. Hang Tough used to be what Dare was, right? And I ended up being a Channel 13 newscaster with this young lady named Jihan Muna. That was my first taste ever of being on spotlight in front of cameras and seeing what it takes to be a Hang Tough newscaster and learning about what it takes to learn stories and how to work stories and being on TV. That was it. I was like, oh shit, I can do this, baby. This is a wrap. Because being a newscaster so young, it taught me how to be a performer in front of the cameras without having that fear factor kick in, that small fear factor. It taught me how to be a performer in front of cameras with no fear factor.
Okay, nice. And I'm guessing modeling came hand in hand, like you said, with that.
Oh, right? Man, modeling came right after that, man. And I mean, like, I was always trying to be the flyest motherfucker in middle school because my brothers was, my brother was, my brother was fly. My uncle was fly. You know what I'm saying? All my uncles was fly. Back in the day, you know what I mean? We had the Raiders jackets, the you remember the Phoenix Sun jacket, the purple and orange and white. And we had the bombers. We was out there, you know what I'm saying?
The
So
starter jacket's right.
yeah, we had the starter jackets, you know what I'm saying? We had the bubble coats, you know what I'm saying? And this is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's cold as a motherfucker. You gotta put these shits on.
You
So
actually need those kind of jackets.
yeah, so I was always trying to be the flyest motherfucker with the duck boots and all that shit. I was always trying to be fly because my brother showed me swag. So I had to learn it. And once he started showing me, I was like, shit, I can do this shit easy. Because I've already seen my uncle do it when he was rocking them Adidas. And everything came natural because I was around environments that helped me create these things.
Now, would you consider yourself to be the flyest amongst them all in your family as far as you doing everything you do and being important on top of that?
Oh, you know what's crazy? We got this thing. You know, me and my brothers and shit, we got this thing. We say every family, every structured family at least has either one black sheep or one golden child, right? So they either have a black sheep or a golden child. I was fortunate enough to have the golden child gene, so I'll take it. I got the swag. Now, don't get me wrong, them dudes ain't shabby. Because my younger brother, he got some swag, you know what I'm saying? When he was in the fraternity and all of that, and the boy got swag. He just ain't fucking with me, though, because I be on runways, you know what I
He's got to learn from you regardless.
mean? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. So then, early on, you get into music, you become a rapper, you develop a taste and love for it, you harness that, you get on TV after that, you become an actor, you get comfortable in front of the cameras, you get to be a model right after that too. You've been important now 13 years. Mm-hmm. And you said, for being a reporter, you got comfortable in front of the camera, which I'm guessing, of course, transitioned into you being comfortable without any clothes on and performing for the camera in the industry you're in now, heavily involved.
Yeah.
If, let's say, for example, porn went away tomorrow for whatever reason, you can't do it any longer. Of the things you've done before, prior, what's your immediate thing you go right back to running?
Music.
Okay.
Because I'm still doing music, even with porn being there. Like my seventh album, let me count that for you. Seventh, In the Eyes of Greatness, should be out by next year, August.
Okay. Nice. So are you doing just albums, or do you put out EPs, singles, and all like that?
Hey, man, I'm an 80s baby, bro. I mean, like, all that playing around and shit and trying to find a hit song and all that bullshit that they do to try to push propaganda and gimmicks. I never knew none of that shit, man. I'm an OG. Give me some 8-Ball, MJG, UGK, Pepsi, Bump B. Give me some real fucking music. Stop this auto-tune shit. Give me some real music. I mean, listen, I'll even say some New York cats like Nas, Jay, DMX. You know what I'm saying? Some Core Mega. Give me some real fucking music, man. And get rid of this gremlin shit that we listening to, because it's not good.
Yeah, and nowadays, I mean, we are the old men in a young man's game, if anything, too. We can't deny that fact. But it is, you know how they told us when we were younger, too. Oh, stop listening to that shit. How is that even music? How do you consider that art? And now we're doing the same, but I think we got valid.
Oh, no, we valid. The reason why the difference is we're valid because a lot of us 80s babies grew up in a generation where old people played old music and we got that feel. And then that was before MTV and all that shit. So we got that feel because fucking Paul McCartney and all of them motherfuckers was on regular radio for us. So we got all of that. We didn't get just one. We got everything. And then we had everything. You know what I'm saying? That was before 106 in Park, because you remember BET had a whole different thing with Donnie Simpson. We had everything. There was nothing we didn't have. We had real R&B groups that were real R&B groups. We had every genre before the turn of the millennium and before the harmonic conversion. We had everything. So they got just, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is drug-induced music, and it sound bad, bro. That pill-popping music is some bullshit, bro. I don't need to be high to understand what the fuck he's saying, because he ain't saying shit.
Don't you find that kind of hard to do? Because, again, there's so many artists nowadays to keep tabs on. Like, I don't know how it is for you, but for me, I tapped out at, like, checking out new music like over 10 years ago, because every Friday now, like everybody's dropping something of some sorts. I can't keep tabs on everything.
So I got daughters, bro. I got daughters. And you know what I'm saying? I got a 20-year-old, an 18, soon to be 19, and my son is 16. So I got that genre where they're all young still, and I'm still young, so I can understand what the hell the music is about. And I can tell you that one girl that wears red all the time and says the most ratchetest shit she can.
Uh,
Yeah, my daughters will not fuck with none of it. They think that, and to be honest with you, they think that she's a plant.
she's got to be.
And the other girl, the ice girl, the one with the one who looks like Wilma from the Flintstones, but her hair is just curly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll both of those. They think that both of them are plants, bro. Because there's no fucking way their music is shit, bro.
It's pretty bad.
There's no way you put high profile people around them and they have good product unless they're been planted in this shit. Their music's trash.
That kind of, I know you remember, but that doesn't it kind of throw back to the vibes you got from Soulja Boy, because he definitely felt like a plant too, or the first most obvious plant.
You know, the funny thing about him is him and Sean Kingston got theirs from MySpace. So it was before all of this millennial shit. So
Yeah,
in a lot of ways, yes and no, but they got their shit from grinding on MySpace and grinding on goddamn YouTube when YouTube had just really kicked in. I mean,
that's true.
that's the same thing as Little B the Bass God, because you and I both have heard that and went, what the fuck is this bullshit?
I could not wrap my head around how anybody was into that shit at all.
I mean, but this is what I'm saying. They earned their positions because they were unique and weird enough to be unique at the time.
Yeah.
That same gimmick and that same scheme, that shit ain't gonna work now.
Now, question, I guess, then, apropos, you mentioned you had kids,
Mm-hmm.
and the oldest you said was 20,
Mm-hmm.
right? Are they aware, or at least is the oldest one aware of your involvement in porn at all, or has that been brought up or discussed at all yet?
Man, I broke that shit to them when they were fucking 12 and 11, bro. You gotta break the gate, man. If you don't break the gate and they find out later, there's no embarrassment if you find out that your daddy putting it down and running this motherfucker like a treadmill because he gonna put extra clothes, extra shoes, extra Christmas gifts. You can't talk shit when the motherfucking when the motherfucking hand that feeds you is making sure you got what you need. One thing my mother taught me a long time ago is be the pimp, never be the hoe.
I am going to have that printed out and put up on the wall so I can look at that every day and remind myself of such. Those are words of wisdom right there. Be the pimp, not the hoe. And not to say the hoe is lesser than just because, but because the hoe gets fucked anyways.
And she gonna give up the money.
Yeah, very true. All right, so what made you come to that decision at that age for them to discuss that with them?
Oh, they old enough. They old enough. They can communicate. They understand. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't bullshit. Opportunity to tell you, hey, look, your daddy is really that nigga, and you gonna have to accept it. And when motherfuckers come at you, and the greatest part is, when motherfuckers come at you and start talking shit, you can say, oh, I guess you my dad's right-hand man then. You get it? You feel where
Well, yeah,
I'm going, right?
Yeah, of course. And I ask because it's not my business, of course, to judge, and I'm not doing that. But I can't help but think about, let's say, Kim Kardashian. She's got, I think their oldest child is Northwest, the one she had with Kanye. The oldest one, I mean, she had with Kanye.
Yeah.
You can't Google Kim Kardashian without the sex tape coming up. That's, that's there. And that's, like you said, it's going to exist forever because it was up on the internet.
Yeah.
I remember downloading it off of torrents. I enjoyed it. That's Kim back in the day.
Yeah.
Not so much now. Do you think, of course, your opinion, of course, but do you think she's discussed that with her yet at all? Or is that to come eventually? Do you think maybe she might have stumbled upon it, if anything, herself?
Oh, no, that's covered, bro. And I'll tell you why. Those kids ain't gonna never know what hard work, dedication, and all that shit is. Them kids ain't got time to Google shit on the internet. Them motherfuckers is they fucking guarded 24 hours a day. You think parental blockers ain't on everything? They not gonna find out about that shit until they like fucking 22, 23, 24, 25.
Not to disagree with you, but I kind of find it hard to believe that, we raise a whole generation now in iPads and phones, you stick it in their face so they can shut the fuck up otherwise and not bother you. But do you think that might be possible at all, that she might not know it all or not?
So the thing is when you're so popular and you're so famous, when people start talking shit, you don't adhere to that shit, or you don't even halfway see it, because to be honest with you, the people that are having those kind of conversations with her couldn't even afford the clothes that she has on.
True. Interesting. Because I'm sure you remember too, growing up, most of the stuff you learn, if anything, came from other kids telling you, putting you on to things.
So you and that's the big kick, right? Because most of the kids that are by celebrities and all of that shit, they don't know what a normal life is. They live in private schools. They live with private fucking nurses and private fucking housekeepers. They're so fucking sheltered that they don't know a lot of shit when they get out here in the real world, unless they're watched. I mean, think about it. Amanda Bynes is fucked up right now.
Oh yeah, she's gone.
She was so coveted when she was young, though. But now that the world is opened up to who she is, look at where it's at.
Yeah.
Look at Drake Bell. Drake Bell was coveted for a long time, and people had done some really fucked up things to him. Look at your boy Beaver. Beaver was coveted for so long. People were doing so much fucked up shit to him that now the real world seems fucked up.
Yeah. Well, since you've been in porn for 13 years, you said, who is the most random fan you've had that might actually have some fame you've encountered, if any? Not in porn, obviously.
I can't give them up, bro. I can't give them up. The reason why I won't give them up is because they become a dear friend, and they say things like, that wouldn't look right with you because what your style is compared to that person, it just don't fit. And I go, are you sure? And they go, look, it might be aesthetically dope, but like, they're either a pillow princess or a layover. And I'm like, all right, yeah, because I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I can see when they talking. And they're a good friend, great friend now. And they purchase material just for the fact of support. It's not no bullshit. And they're a pretty popular person. I just can't put their name in the air.
Yeah, of course. Nice. So, someone worthwhile, but now they're a friend at least. So yeah, that's cool. It's good to have. Are your kids into everything you do as far as like the music and acting and modeling too? Are they taking after you, any one of them at all? Or?
Man, they gymnasts, bro. They're gymnasts and cheerleaders, bro. And I'm a cheer dad like a motherfucker. And we just tell people that are on here, just scroll down my page about a year ago. We was on trampolines flipping like monsters, bro. It's nothing. Because whatever they can do, I can do too. Because I'm probably teaching them how to fucking do it.
So did you have your gymnast phase, or were you into that at any point? Or
bro, come on, man. We from the hood, cuz. We flip off anything. Dirty mattress, we backflip off any fucking thing. Come on now. How many times you backflip off a gate onto a dirty mattress? Come on, man. We did this shit when we was kids. Well, I don't know, man. Times are different, bro. These motherfuckers, we were feral. We were feral as shit. We didn't come home until the night lights came on. We didn't call the house unless we had 50 cents, because we need to make sure that when we put that quarter in the payphone, that motherfucker go through. It's a different time, bro. It's a different time. Different timeline.
Yeah. How are you with your kids and their phone usage, iPad, computer, all that stuff? Do you kind of limit it? Do you like...
They grown, bro.
It at all?
They grown, bro. I can't stop them. Like I said, finna be 20... finna be 19, finna be 16. Bro, there's no need for me to babysit that shit. They grown. They know what they can and can't do. We have grown folk conversations. We talk like best friends because all three of them, I made them. They are my people. Those are actually the only best friends I really need in this world outside of my mothers and my brothers. and a few close friends from, you know, my military time. You know what I'm saying? My coven's huge because we are all family in that village.
Oh, so you served, what branch are you serving?
Navy.
Nice, okay. So you
Yeah,
would know
man.
about seamen then?
Oh,
Absolutely. You would absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. I
Nice. All
like to
right,
give,
sorry, I had to slip that in there.
yeah, I like to give women a great semen sample. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, BM2 sample is here. Let me go ahead and give this to you. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any Navy vet friends at all you keep in touch with?
They're not vets. They're not just Navy friends, bro. Those are my blood brothers, bro. We've shed blood together. We went to war together. That's not friend. That's family.
And is this family aware of you being informed?
They love it, bro. They knew I was wild when I was in. This is all family shit. Nobody is surprised by what I do, bro. Like when I was in the Navy, we would have steel beach picnics on the flight deck, and I was out there rapping. Like they had motherfuckers out there playing drums, instruments, all types of shit when we were on deployment. They knew they had already knew. Like I said, some people got that golden child gene. They knew that shit already.
Is there anybody in your life then in that case at all? Family, friends, close circle involved that's not aware or that you purposely keep out or away from them knowing that you're in porn at all?
Not at all.
Everybody's aware.
I mean, I'm a grown-ass man. I done served my country. I got shot at. I shed blood with my brothers across this motherfucking world for my family, because when them motherfucking towers got hit, I went right in. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a check for my family, and I cashed it when I got out. So there's no, oh, well, nah, fuck that. We don't discuss grown folk business because I'm a grown man at this point. And you know what they do? Golden child said it. It's respect.
No arguing with the golden child, pretty much. Do me a favor, please, if you can. You do better than I would. Please tell them where they can find you, or the links, promote whatever you feel like. Please feel free to go ahead.
So if y'all are looking for me, as far as my music goes, I want y'all to go on YouTube. Go to these music videos, because I got 2 more music videos to drop in a week, baby. I want you to go to ODUBBY 33. You can get the channel. All right, that's the music. Now, if you are looking for this adult entertainment shit, this good shit, I want you to go to www.pornbreadinc.com. That word pornbreadinc is all one word, .com. And if you're looking for me on X or any other website, just type in Alphonso Layz. I'm even Googleable, baby. You can find me on Google, and believe me, I got some work for your ass.
Literally.
Oh yeah.
Depending on how how pretty the face is and how body positive you might be. You have your limits, you have a cutoff point, but respectfully, you're keeping everybody in mind. Everybody can get this dick pretty much if they're up for par.
I mean, if they fit if they fit aesthetically and they fit they fit body and sound mind, and we can, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even some women that are of gargantuan proportions. I'ma still, if you got the pretty face, I'll put some paint on that motherfucker for you, baby. It's nothing, baby. I got plenty of work over here.
Hey, someone just came up to me and told me that you like disrespectful Latinas. Is that true? Go fuck yourself.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.